Star Wars Celebration 2023, every new film and TV announcement. What was uncertain before today was the fate of Lucasfilm's film division. The studio ended up having no Star Wars film to release in theaters this December, with both Patty Jenkins' Rogue Squadron and Kevin Feige's rumored mystery project no longer in active development. Now at Star Wars Celebration Europe 2023, Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy finally announced what the plan will be for Star Wars films going forward from December 2025.
Oh, Mr. Iger brought down the hammer.
He said, "The hammer is my penis." Along with plenty of exciting news related
I feel like
to
I need
Star
to
Wars.
pinch you for saying that.
Television on Disney Plus. 3 new films were revealed with a newly organized Star Wars timeline in place. So we're just going to take a moment here and take a look at this timeline. So obviously right here you have Dawn of the Jedi, The Old Republic, The High Republic, Fall of the Jedi, Reign of the Empire. Now that would be episode 4. That's episode 4. And then we've got Age of Rebellion, The New Republic. So Age of Rebellion, that's episode 4. Between 3 and 4 is Reign of the Empire. The prequels is Fall of the Jedi. So Age of Rebellion is 4 through 6. Then like the Mando timeline is The New Republic. Rise of the First Order is
Kylo.
yes. And then New Jedi Order, which we'll be discussing here in just a moment. So that is the new fully fledged timeline. Which one?
Is it the High Republic?
Wait, Cassian Andor? No, that's during the
whoops.
the reign. It's
Whoops.
between 4 and 3.
My bad.
So like Dawn of the Jedi. Sorry. Dawn of the Jedi is the oldest point that we'll be touching on here in just a minute. The Old Republic is like that video game. Knights of the Old Republic. I don't think there's actually been any canon
chugging Dr.
stuff.
Pepper.
And then the High Republic is something that they just started doing recently. It was a new timeline that they talked about, and like or not a new timeline, but a new time in the timeline. With like all the Jedi, there's like a Chewbacca Jedi.
Well, like
or Wookiee Jedi.
There was a time that Jedis were like highly respected. And stuff.
Yes. So that
whenever you get into the Fall of the Jedi, you're like, oh crap, they suck.
Yes, exactly. The High Republic is when they were at their best, and then Fall of the Jedi is the prequels when we start seeing the Sith starting to take hold. So that's kind of how all that works. So
Party.
Now that we all have an idea of when each thing can take place, I think that'll help, honestly, going forward.
I think so too. It makes more sense.
Yeah,
I'd always get confused. I'm like, oh, it's between this movie and this movie.
Yeah.
No, this makes more sense now. Now we can just say, hey, this point in time, this is when that happened.
And honestly, having a timeline for Star Wars makes more sense than having like Marvel, where they have like phases.
Yeah.
Like this just makes more sense for Star Wars. So I'm appreciative that they've really tried to establish some
good
ground
job.
rules. Yeah. Good job, Kathleen Kennedy.
Good job.
About fucking time you did your goddamn job.
About damn time.
It's about damn time. In a minute, I'm gonna need a sentimental man or woman to pump me up. She was in Mando.
Yes, she was.
She did great.
She's the
awesome.
Duchess.
Haters gonna hate.
She's the Duchess of everything.
Oscar-winning director Charmin Obaid-Chinoy, who directed A Girl in the River, The Price of Forgiveness, and a couple of episodes of Ms. Marvel, and writer Stephen Knott are confirmed to be working on a new feature film with Daisy Ridley returning as Rey from the sequel trilogy. James Mangold and Dave Filoni were revealed as the directors for the latter 2 films. It is still unknown which of these projects will actually be moving forward in the coveted December 2025 release date. So the next Star Wars movie is not until December 2025, but we don't know which of the 3 will hit that time.
Dave Filoni.
It could be. Could be. This would be 6 years since J.J. Abrams' Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker premiered to mixed reception across the board. Plus, although not mentioned at Star Wars Celebration Europe 2023, Taika Waititi's Star Wars film was last reported to still be on the table. And for those curious, the Star Wars timeline is now divided into these segments from start to finish, which we just covered. So, Maggie, that is the first block Any additional comments you want to say? I know we kind of dug into the timeline a little bit. Is there anything else you want to say about this opening bit?
No. I'm just really glad it just makes freaking sense.
Honestly, it feels like they've really tried to focus and really think this through. You know, I think they realize that just starting without a plan in mind is not the best way to go anymore.
Nah.
So I'm glad that they actually did that. So moving into the next segment.
Bam.
The Acolyte.
Mm-hmm.
So we got basically from here on, it's going to be a spotlight on each individual piece.
Okay.
Each individual show and movie that they talked about. So some of it will have quite a bit of information. Some of them will have very little information, but we're going to talk about what we got. So the Acolyte series creator and showrunner Leslie Headland, who created Russian Doll, confirmed that the Acolyte is told from the perspective of the bad guys, the Sith, and is set in the High Republic era before the beginning of the prequel trilogy. During this time, Darksider users are outnumbered and, from a certain point of view, can be considered the underdogs of the Star Wars universe. The Acolyte is the furthest back in the timeline that fans have seen a live-action Star Wars story. Leslie Headland originally pitched the Acolyte as Frozen meets Kill Bill.
Okay. Dang.
Pitched it to Kathleen Kennedy, who is already blown away with the first 4 completed episodes that she's seen. From the show's main cast, Squid Game star Lee Wang-Ye was revealed to be playing a Jedi Master, along with former Chewbacca actor Juna Suotamo, I believe. Sorry if I'm butchering that. Who's playing a new Wookiee Jedi Master. The Acolyte is confirmed to be wrapping production next month in May 2023. So I guess maybe it's the guy that played Chewbacca in Solo? Probably. I'm trying to think. I don't think.
Because I don't think that guy did that one. I don't know. He passed away, but I can't remember exactly
I'm
when.
pretty sure. I think I remember Solo having a different actor for Chewbacca.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I remember that happening. But either way, I mean, you know, a Wookiee Jedi sounds fantastic.
Yeah, it does.
Like I
love that.
I remember some of the early artwork. I'm gonna see if I can pull this up for the High Republic, because they launched like a bunch of like books and comics and audiobooks and stuff like that. That's really how they kind of launched. It was a multimedia event just without a movie to go with it.
Yeah.
But they had an image of like all these Jedi, and they were all in like white robes and stuff. Yeah.
Oh man, that's awesome.
So.
Yeah. That's gonna be sick.
Yeah, I love that. That's gonna be great. So that's kind of what to expect with the High Republic. So should be pretty cool. How are you feeling about the Frozen meets Kill Bill?
I don't know about that. That sounds a little bit crazy.
Like maybe, okay, let's think this through. If it's from the perspective of the bad guys, maybe the person is almost like Elsa.
Yeah.
Realizes she has magical powers, right? But
Force.
she's a Sith.
Yeah.
Like it's bad powers, and like, you know, they all run her off or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Just like in Frozen. But then once she realizes her abilities, instead of becoming like Elsa, she goes and kills all the people that fucked with her. A la Kill Bill.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds pretty great to me.
That sounds great to me.
I mean, and I do love this new logo. The original Acolyte logo was a bit, I don't know, it was like carved in stone kind of, and had like a lightsaber slash through it. Like I think this is a little bit more stylized.
Yeah.
I really like it. Anything else you want to say about this one? All right, let's go into Star Wars Skeleton Crew. Follows a group of 4 kids who go on an adventure throughout the galaxy. Director John Watts pitched this idea to the Mandalorian creator Jon Favreau during the production of Spider-Man Far From Home. The kids get chased by aliens of a kind and run into a Jedi played by Jude Law. And soon,
oh my God, Jude Law is a Jedi.
And soon get taken under his wing Kathleen Kennedy specifically likened Star Wars Skeleton Crew to the children-led films of Amblin's glory days, like The Goonies.
I'm sold.
I know, right? Like, everything I read about this.
All we need to do, well, depends on when this takes place. Jude Law, Ian McGregor.
They could do it. It doesn't matter.
I want it.
I want to say this takes place during the Mando timeline, but I don't think that would make sense. It'd have to be between 3 and 4. He'd have to be some sort of Jedi that didn't get killed during Order 66.
Yeah.
Like, it'd have to be, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Or during the, I already forgot the names of the timeline. The Reign of the Empire? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, honestly, John Watts, fantastic.
Yes.
I mean, Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man trilogy was
Yeah.
wonderful. Him getting to do an Amblin-style Star Wars show.
Yeah.
Like, that. I mean, everything I'm hearing about this sounds wonderful, you know? They're saying literally every word I want to hear for a new Star Wars project.
You had me at Jude Law. So
Yeah, as soon as I saw that, I was like, Maggie's going to love this. Anything else you want to say about it? Ahsoka.
Whoops.
You're fine. Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka Tano. Mary Elizabeth Winstead as Hera. Natasha Liu Bordizzo as Sabin.
I guess so. I think
Saban.
It's not Saban. It's not Saban.
Uh,
God, they would not name a character that.
Genevieve O'Reilly as Mon Mothma. Diane Lee Innocento as Morgan Elizabeth. You're gonna freak out when I say this. Alright, Maggie. This person is playing a character named Hu Yong, and their name is David Tennant.
What? What did?
I need to freak out. I need to freak out.
So not only we got Ian McGregor back, you know,
Yeah.
for Obi-Wan, we get Jude Law as
Yeah.
Jedi.
Yeah.
Now we're getting freaking David Tennant in Star Wars.
It's pretty great, right?
I bet he's playing a bad guy,
I mean,
or maybe I don't know. Be great if he's a Jedi, but I don't see him doing that.
maybe he's Kilgrave. Ray Stevenson as new villainous dark side users. Chopper, the astromech droid, and Grand Admiral Thrawn are set to appear as well. Ahsoka follows the titular warrior as she makes old connections with allies and more former rebels in the hunt for Grand Admiral Thrawn, as remnants of the Empire and the dark side threaten to resurge in the era of the New Republic. Release date, August 2023. We just did a trailer reaction. They released the first teaser trailer for Ahsoka. So we did that over the weekend. Go check that out. It looks great, honestly. Like we talked about in it, we don't really have a lot of history with Rebels.
No.
Obviously, still recognize the characters. They looked cool.
We need Freddie Prinze Jr., cowards.
Did you say he was dead?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. What if his character's dead?
Spoiler.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, I guess we don't know.
It's just a guess.
Yeah, I guess we don't know. He probably is, right?
Put it in the comments.
Yeah. Put
Is
it in
his
the
character
comments.
dead in Rebels?
But I mean, it does look really great.
Yeah.
I mean, Ramona Flowers is flying around in a ship and she's painted all green. What's not to love? Anything else you want to say about Ahsoka? we talked a lot about Ahsoka.
Yes,
in the
we
trailer
did. We
reaction,
did.
So if
Yeah.
you want more thoughts, go to that. Untitled Star Wars film set 15 years after The Rise of Skywalker. From here on, it's just this image. 'Cause they don't
Okay.
have images
I
for
was
that.
like, I'm very confused.
Charmin Obaid-Chinoy will direct the script by Stephen Knott. What is rumored to be Lucasfilm's next theatrical release is set during the new Jedi Order 15 years after the events of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Daisy Ridley will return as Rey, who is now a Jedi Master training a new generation of Jedi Knights. Fans should note that this continuation or spin-off is not being sold as Episode 10 in the Skywalker saga. So I think that's good.
Good.
While some fans are already theorizing that this could potentially be the start of a new trilogy, this project is still in the very early stages of development to even guess that. Writers Damon Lindelof and Justin Britt Gibson reportedly left this project last month. So this was the one that they were working on. Yep. Which, I mean, that's fine. Obviously, if, they wanted to... I'm glad that they aren't just going with whatever.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if they have a vision, they're actually trying to make that vision happen. And I'm down with that. As much as I like Damon Lindelof. Like, and I hate to see him go, hopefully he gets another project at some point. If it wasn't working, then I'm glad they saw that and wanted to fix it. Now, some fans are theorizing it could be a beginning of a trilogy. Whatever. Like, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. We got a freaking timeline now, guys.
Star Wars.
It doesn't matter. We got a timeline, baby. We just follow the timeline. We don't need no episodes anymore. We got that. Just follow the timeline.
Oh, Jesus.
So look. Here, I'll go back in time. Look.
Gotta go back in time.
Timeline. We don't need no episodes anymore.
Did you ever watch that movie, Timeline?
There was a movie called Timeline?
Yeah, it had Paul Walker, and they were in, like, the medieval times. And, like...
No.
They, like, used the time machine. I think Dennis Quaid was his dad, and, like, he built it. It was a lot like Project Almanac. It was a lot like Project Almanac, but like they time traveled. It wasn't like they... I guess Project Almanac was time travel also.
Yeah, it was.
Anyway, it existed.
Okay.
The project marks several major milestones for the franchise. Obaid-Chinoy is the first woman and the first person of color to direct a Star Wars movie. The Pakistani filmmaker won 2 Academy Awards for documentary short in 2011 for Saving Face and 2015 for A Girl in the River, The Price of Forgiveness, and the most recently directed 2 episodes of Miss Marvel for Disney+. So, yeah, going from 2 shorts to 2 episodes of Miss Marvel to directing a friggin' Star Wars movie. Like, good for her, man.
Good job,
honestly.
girl.
It sounds great. And I mean, listen, I'm very excited for Rey to be back. Like, I have the issues, not even issues. Obviously, 8 and 9, we're not going to get into all that. They weren't what we all
wanted.
Yeah. Expected or whatever. Yeah, there are things that I think everybody would agree there at least 1 or 2 things that people would want to change about them. For me, that was never the characters. Now, some of the things they may have done, I may not agree with.
Yeah.
Not necessarily like right off the bat. Like I can't think of any that I'm like, but like I love Rey, love Fionn, love Poe.
Yeah.
Kylo. Even once his name was great. Hux.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, listen. There's a girl on Instagram that was like making fan art of Hux and Kylo Ren being together as a couple. I loved it.
It was really good. So I'm definitely happy to see Daisy Ridley come back.
Yes.
I really love that modern day Star Wars is really is kind of giving love back to like the actors and the characters that people kind of shit all over for years on end. I mean, most recently with the guy that played Jar Jar. Yeah. Like seeing him in Mandalorian and like everybody freak out and love it.
Yes.
Was wonderful. And like it was heartwarming that he got what he deserved. Jar Jar, feel however you want. I don't really like Jar Jar, but the actor didn't deserve anything. Like it was never the actor's fault, you know? And he definitely didn't deserve the shit that he got.
And neither did the kid that played.
Yeah, that
yeah,
shit. Yeah.
We had a conversation about this the other day. It's people that grew up with those prequels 1 through 3 that are showing their love for it. Yeah. I mean, I saw episode 1 in a movie theater.
Yeah.
And I mean, I loved it. I had a Queen Amidala shirt.
Queen Amidala was great.
I loved her style and stuff. I loved her makeup.
Do you think we're ever going to get Natalie Portman back?
I don't know, man.
I mean, we got Hayden Christensen. I wouldn't have thought we'd ever get Hayden Christensen.
I know, but No, we won't. Well, I don't know. They could.
She could be like, I don't know, like a ghost or something. I don't know. I don't know. What? She died in it?
I want Jedi ghosts of Jude Law. I'm trying to make this make sense in my brain so I can have everybody together.
I think they're in a similar timeline.
I just want it all to happen. I want to see everybody together.
Listen. If Han Solo can be a Force ghost.
Yeah, that's true.
He wasn't a Force ghost.
No, he wasn't.
He was a projection from Princess Leia. But still, you get what I'm going for. You get what I'm going for. So yeah, no, I'm very, very excited for this one. I think it'll be awesome. Still staying on this one, untitled Star Wars film about the first Jedi. Right? This will be a Star Wars film that follows the origins of the very first Jedi in the Star Wars timeline. This era is now officially labeled as the dawn of the Jedi, and it is set 25,000 years in the past before the Old Republic. So now, the way this is worded, I'm not exactly sure if they mean 25,000 years before the Old Republic or 25,000 years in the past taking place before the Old Republic.
I took it as is before the Old Republic.
Like 25,000 years before the Old Republic?
Yeah. Okay. The beginning of the timeline.
Yeah. So 25,000 years, like, what the hell is that even going to look like?
I don't know.
Like, it could literally be a completely...
They could be cavemen.
I mean, honestly, it could be anything. 25,000 years.
We could have dinosaurs.
Like, modern history hasn't lasted long enough. Like, it hasn't lasted 25,000 years, you know? Like, what we know from, like, just 5,000 years ago, right? The vast change. And this is 5 times longer than that, you know? So, like, I don't know. That's wild to me. And honestly, I'm down for it. Whatever. It sounds ridiculous, but I love it.
And it's the dude that directed Logan? Yeah, Logan and the Indiana Jones movie that's coming out.
Writer-director James Mangold, who will be hot off the heels of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, is staying at Lucasfilm to helm this as potentially his next project, which he describes as a biblical epic a la the Ten Commandments about the dawning of the Force.
Holy crap, we're going to have somebody climb up on a mountain
and talk to God.
And talk to the Force gods and have the holy commandments of being a Jedi.
I hate your hat right now.
I loved it.
I hate it.
I love it.
Oh, God.
It's so 90s.
This film is still in the very early stages of development. You didn't have to take it down. You could have left it up. James Mangold reveals that he is writing both his Swamp Thing and Star Wars film concurrently right now.
Girl.
I mean, that's
I couldn't even handle one paper in college, let alone 2.
That's right. And vastly different. Yeah. You know, Swamp Thing and Star Wars is like very different.
I hope you take a very long vacation after this is done.
And like coming out of Indiana Jones, you know? Like, damn, dude.
Take it easy after you get this stuff done, man. You only live once.
He deserves a rest. He deserves a rest.
I understand you gotta make money, but like, take it easy.
At least he's getting to do the shit he wants to do, you know? Like, I mean, you gotta think that's gotta be his list of like the dream projects.
It's like, I'd made Old Man Wolverine. Now I get to do Old Man Indiana Jones. Now I'm going to do a biblical epic about the beginning of
Old Man Jedi. An Old Man Swamp Thing.
Will not yield lightsaber against.
Here's what I'm thinking. Like, will it be like? Okay, stay with me here.
Oh boy.
25,000 years ago, will that be like Moses, or will it be like people wearing like Jinko jeans? Like, you know what I mean? Like, the timeline of Star Wars is so vast and different.
We're gonna
could the 25,000 years ago be like the 90s? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Now, here's my question, Maggie.
What?
Star Wars already takes place in a galaxy far, far away a long time ago. Yeah. So, like, how the fuck long ago is 25,000 years on top of that?
A galaxy far, 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 far.
No,
far,
no, 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 no. The time, Maggie.
A galaxy and a time, far, far, far.
Another time in another place. No, here's the thing. Like, okay, I just want to throw this out there. Okay, since I've already said in a galaxy far, far away. Long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah.
That implies that it is in the same universe that we are in. Which could also be Marvel. I'm just saying. It's been there since day one. It's not a retcon. Because it's just been a long time ago in a galaxy far away. That galaxy could be in any universe. Could even be in the Marvel universe. Just throwing that out there. Not saying do it. I'm just saying it's there.
It's there.
We got a timeline.
We got a timeline, baby. Use that timeline.
They add MCU at the end of it. That'd be the worst. God, can you imagine just the hate that would be thrown at that? Oh my God. And then you put like the Mickey's ears.
Oh boy.
Anyway, all right. Moving on to the last announcement from Star Wars Celebration.
Timeline.
That we're going to talk about. I mean, there was other announcements, but this is the last one we're going to talk about. Untitled Star Wars film culminating the events of the Mandoverse. Ooh. I'm very, very excited for this one. This will be a Star Wars film that wraps up the events of what fans are now calling the Mandoverse, which is basically the interconnecting story of The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, and other possible upcoming Disney Plus shows set during the New Republic era, which is after the Age of Rebellion in the original trilogy and before Rise of the First Order, the sequel trilogy. Having directed episodes across both shows, George Lucas's own protege, Dave Filoni.
Yeah! Dave Filoni, give it up!
Will be helming the project. This film is still in the very early stages of development. I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
This is like the Avengers.
We could get Grogu on the big screen.
Dude, for real though, like we get Mando on the big screen.
Yeah.
Like
we get
one of the best Star Wars things that's happened in the past like 15 years.
Does that mean we're going to get the planet of Mandalore fixed?
Maybe. I mean, if you've been watching it, you know.
I mean, that'd be pretty cool.
Will Lizzo be in it?
She better be in it.
You know?
And Jack Black.
All right, let's not give too many spoilers. No, I mean, honestly, this is exciting.
Yes.
Like, I mean, I've already loved the interconnected stories. I know a lot of people have been kind of irritated that the Book of Boba Fett had 2 episodes that were basically Mandalorian season 2.5.
Oh, get over it.
I know. And like at this point, They're just
friends.
Just call it Star Wars the show. Like that's basically what it
friends.
is. And you know, like
they're best friends. Okay.
Best friends.
Best friends.
B for best friends. M for Mando.
Just shut up.
But like, you know, I mean, I feel like it's getting more hate than it deserves. Like, yes, people complain about having to watch all these Marvel projects to be able to keep up with stuff. But I feel like that doesn't get nearly the amount of hate that Boba Fett gets. Yeah. Like, for having 2 episodes with Mandalorian.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I don't know. Who gives a crap?
I'm sorry. I think you could basically jump in at any point in Star Wars, I feel like.
And, like, here's my thing. You know...
not get that confused about it.
I mean, how many colons do you have to have? Okay? Like, because they could have labeled it The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett, Chapter 1, blah, blah, blah. Right? Like, so, I mean, like, I'm glad they didn't. And, like, you should just be able to use, like what do we want? You know, do we want them to hold our freaking hands? Or do we want them to trust us to be able to put together that, oh, these shows are interconnected? You know?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like for the longest time, we were like, oh, we get it. Stop explaining every little thing. We get it. Like, trust your audience more. Yeah. And, like, the moment they do, we're like, oh, why is Mando in 2 episodes of Boba? It's Boba, not Mando. Boba, Fando.
Bizarre.
But, like, I don't know. I feel like, who gives a crap? It was good episodes. Like, you know, I like it. But I liked Buffy and Angel back in the day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, this is just that to me. Like, it's just more of that, you know?
Like,
like if it sucked, if it was like a detriment to the story for either show, sure. But like these people complaining that they have to watch Boba Fett in order to enjoy Mando season 3. I'm just like, where have you been since 2008 when Iron Man came out? You know, we've been dealing with this shit for 15 years at this point. Like, I'm sorry if that's too much. If watching 6 episodes of Boba Fett is too much of a commitment to be able to watch Mandalorian, the show you like.
Here's your commitment.
Oh God.
Watch White Lotus, okay? Just watch White Lotus, and then you shut up and you leave Star Wars alone.
What does that have to do with anything?
Because...
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. So, yeah. Watch that if you want to gripe about something.
What? I don't understand the point you're trying to make here.
Because, oh, Mando showed up in Boba. Well, then, there's 2 seasons of White Lotus. Who is the only character who shows up in both? Jennifer Coolidge. Spoilers.
I still don't understand the point you're making, Maggie.
Well,
I feel
you
like
watch
you're just
Mandalorian, and then you watch Boba, and you're like, oh, this could have been Mando season 3.
Yeah.
Wham, wham, wham. Okay?
Okay.
So, don't cry over seeing Mando in another show. You should be happy, right?
Okay.
And I could see a lot of people getting mad at White Lotus for, it's supposed to be all different people, you know? Right? In season 2?
I guess.
But we didn't expect
Jennifer
Coolidge. And I can see people griping about that.
Was that the expectation that it would be all new cast?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I don't know where people... Was that an actual complaint anybody had?
I don't know. I was just trying to find a comparison, so...
I think you're just trying to get more people to watch White Lotus because you want to talk about it.
Maybe. That's a hot take, but maybe. But just shut up. God.
Well said.
What? How about...
Well said.
You know what?
What?
What was that one cartoon that had all the Saturday morning cartoons that talk about drugs?
Oh, the Saturday morning cartoon All-Stars.
There you go. You could watch Alvin and Chipmunks. Could watch Alvin and Chipmunks by themselves, but they're in this. They're talking about saying no to drugs. I'm tired. And it's, oh my God, almost 1 o'clock.
All right. Maggie.
Just shut up. Shut up. And love what we get. You get what you get and you don't throw a fit.